So, what's my definition of love? That's a key question, and I made this point in past videos, not for this channel, for my other channel. Um, is it possible to introduce some new idea about, about the concept of love? And I think it is definitely possible, and I hesitated to make my ideas public, to publish anything. I didn't do it for the money. I just wanted to help people. Because it's revolutionary. I expect it's going to upset a lot of people, in that I stand firm. The whole concept of marriage is incompatible with my definition of what it means to love someone in a healthy, evolved, unconditional way. And so I picked up the first copy of my book. It's a little rough around the edges, but these couple paragraphs I wrote, a few sentences on the back, really encapsulate what this book is about. So, yeah, I make the point, we've been raised to believe that there was one special person in the world, our soulmate, who would make us happy and complete for the rest of our lives. This book challenges that notion. We need to update, really, and update our concept of what it means to love, so that it is less possessive, less selfish, less confusing, and less scary. If we're to live and love fully, we must master our fear of love. Get rid of it. There's nothing to fear once you have your head on straight. And that's what I'm here to do, help you. This book takes a revolutionary look at the concept of love, backed by science, philosophy, my own personal experiences, and evolutionary psychology, ultimately turning the existing paradigm on its head. So let me just jump and give you what my definition of this, part of the problem we have in discussions of topics like this, and lots of other topics, is that our rhetoric, the words we use, can have different meanings. So we need to really update our language too, so we can be more specific about what we're talking about. Because love, it's one of the founding driving principles of my book, is the word love means different things to different people. So when you say you love me, is it like a partner, or a male, female, or like a gay couple, like a romantic relationship, I don't know exactly what you mean. Does that mean you want to possess me? Does that mean you're going to hate me if I don't reciprocate? Or you're going to hate me if I find someone else I'm happier with? Because if that's your definition, we're not getting started in a relationship. That's a deal breaker. I don't want any part of that. This is what I want, and this is how, I think people need to get to. It's doable. You just have to think about it. So I started the book by kind of arguing that that's not love. That these people are just primitive, romantic, falling in love. I realize now that that's a valid concept of love. But what I then described it as and termed it as is primitive love. This love is the type that resonates in our primitive, selfish brain. It's about reproduction, infatuation. Yes, it's powerful. Yes, it's beautiful. It's fun when it's not scary. And I think that's a huge problem that a lot of, even adults, certainly teenagers have. It's scary when you don't understand it. Because it can be so overpowering, and you feel like, I could get my heart broken. You got to get over that, guys. You got to get over it. There's nothing to fear. It's the unreal expectation that we're going to last forever and ever. I'm telling you, you might last as friends. You can cohabitate if you want, but that romantic spark does not last. That's backed up by science, and I boil it down very simply in this book. Sorry to burst your bubble. And really, it's nothing to be sad about. Knowing that now frees you to take that dance, take that roller coaster ride, and have fun with it. See how long it goes. Probably the day is going to come where you're not. It's just not there anymore, and it's okay, I think. And this is the thing too. We're going to have different ideas, but let's have a discussion. Make fun of me. I don't care. So if that's primitive love, then what's my definition of? I call it evolved love, unconditional love, divine love, that is possible for us to have and feel. It's something to strive for, and once you do, then the game becomes fun. So my definition is boiled down to this. Evolved love is the deepest level of caring about another person. It's when we care so much about that person that they feel like they're part of us. It's the way that a parent or mother naturally, automatically loves their child, because they intuitively feel that that child is a part of them. It came from them, or is an extension of them. And the deep reality, guys, is we are all connected. It's part of a universe. We're all family. Sorry, we all go back to a single ancestor that we can trace. And how we lose sight of that, I don't know. But that's the truth. So it's the way that you love your friends, right? Unconditional. With your friends, you're not possessive, I hope. Like, you don't get upset that your friend, guy or girl, wants to go hang out with someone else or not spend time with you for the night. That kind of element, I think, needs to be there, even in a romantic relationship. And, God forbid the day comes when they find someone else that they're happier with. I mean, truly, they have better conversations, more fun, they're more compatible. If you can't let them go and still love them as a friend, as a person, then you don't love them in this way. You're hanging on to a primitive, possessive concept of love, which, in all fairness, society has foisted upon you since you were a kid. From the movies that get made, the songs, and one of the chapters I take to task a lot of the cliches of love that you hear. I mean, just constantly, you're bombarded with these cliches that really mirror this possessive, primitive love. We need to change the way we think about it, the way we talk about it. And I'm going to make this one kind of short. Let's wrap it up with this concept. That the whole, the rhetoric we say that I need you, and the idea that I want to be needed, I think is detrimental. It's bad thinking. It's bad psychology. You don't need them. Really, you don't need them. Life goes on. I don't know how old you are, but as you get older, you're going to go through relationships. Life goes on. You have breakups. Life goes on. You will survive. You'll be happy again. You need food, water, air. And I think that's about it. To survive. You need relationships, surely, but not romantic. You've got friends, family, hopefully. But it's the friendship bonds that ultimately keep us happy. So thinking that you need them is setting yourself up for pain. It's like a false kind of, call it phantom pain that you feel. Or something's terribly wrong. Nothing went wrong. You're still here. You didn't lose an arm and a leg. So what is this fear that's paralyzing you from expressing your love for someone? Or fear that you're going to lose them? Know that there's happiness out there for it. You will go on. Do not build your self-esteem, your castle on this sand that this relationship is going to define me, define my happiness, define my... It doesn't happen. Doing that, even if you stay together, you're not going to have fun with it. There's always going to be a fear. There's going to be snooping and wondering what doesn't work. You need to get to a point where you can say, I love being with you. I love spending time with you. I think you're awesome. But you're free to go. Really. And knowing that then, that they are free to go, and vice versa, you put effort into it. You flirt more. You pay attention to them because you want it to continue. So, like I say, bottom line, these are revolutionary, I believe, ideas, simply to help people. Let's turn the whole thing upside down. Love the world. That's the last chapter in the book. So if you're a friend of mine through Facebook or, I guess that's about it. Well, that you be watching this right now, or just come across, you've got friends that can benefit, people going through divorce, or young people that having issues, moving on. It's going to help a lot of people. I hope. I think the more people, certainly the more people that hear it and are exposed to it, it will help people. I got to this point in my life because it was a focus throughout my 20s and 30s of having better relationships, and then coaching, not coaching, but being there as for advice from friends that were struggling in their relationships. I was able to help them. So you don't have to agree with my ultimate conclusion that marriage is BS. Regardless, I think anyone who reads this will benefit from it. I'll put a link below in the description to my Amazon the book. But I don't even care about selling the book. I just want to get my ideas out. So the YouTube is fine. Share it, like it, subscribe, and I'll keep the videos coming, hopefully on a regular basis. Yeah, wish you well. Have a good day.